Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tessie and today we are going to be recreating this style. If you're new to the channel, you're welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do that and let's get right into the video. So guys, I'll be making use of this fabric. It's a silk duchess and I have 2 yards of fabric. So I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric, 1 yard for the front and 1 yard for the back. So guys, we'll be cutting for the front. I'll go ahead now to fold my fabric in a triangle. So I'm just going to fold it in a triangle this way. After folding my fabric in a triangle, I'm going to be chalking the waistline. So your waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. The waist I'm working with divided by 4 is 7 inches. I'll be adding 1 inch, that's 8. So just place your tape and chalk wherever you have like 8 inches. So I have 8 inches at this point. I'm going to connect it into a straight line. So this will serve as my waistline. So what I'll be doing next is chalking from the waist to the hip. So from the waist to the hip, I'm going to be using 10 inches. So I chalked 10 inches and connected it into a straight line. So guys, as you can see, I have my waistline and my hip line. So what I'll do is at the waistline, I have my waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, which is 8 inches. So I'm just going to chalk that 8 inches at that point. And at the hip, I'm going to place my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. The hip I'm working with divided by 4 is 10.5 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So what I'll do next is connect from the waist to the hip line. So the next thing is to chalk the length of the skirt. So the full length of the skirt is 26 inches. I added 1 inch for joining allowance, which is 27. So I'm going to place my tape at the waistline and chalk 27 inches all around. So I'm just going to place it this way and I'll be chalking 27 inches. So guys, after doing that, I'm going to connect the lines together. So guys, from the hip, I'll connect all the way down. After connecting, at the top part, that's at the waistline area, I'm going to be adding half inch at the top part for joining allowance because I'm going to be adding facing at the waistline. So I added half inch for stitching allowance. So guys, we're good to go with the front. I'll go ahead now to cut out the front. After cutting out the front, this is what it looks like. If you open it up, it should look like this. So now we'll be cutting out the back. For the back, I'm going to be folding my fabric into a triangle as well. So go ahead, fold your fabric into a triangle and then you iron the folded area. So guys, for the back, the zipper is going to be at the side. So I'm going to use the front to cut the back. So we are going to be cutting the same thing we have for the front for the back. So I'll go ahead now to cut out the same thing I have for the front. So guys, after cutting the front and the back, this is what it looks like as you can see. So what I'll be doing is adding my facing to it. I'm going to be adding facing to the waistline. So for the facing, I'm going to fold my fabric into two and then place the front on the fabric. Then I'll go ahead now to cut it out. So for the facing, I'm going to be using like 3 inches thereabout for the facing. So I'll cut the same thing for the back. I'm going to notch the middle point and also cut the same facing for the back as well. So guys, after cutting out my facing, I'm just going to place it on it, right side facing each other. So go ahead, place your facing on it and then you stitch. But I would be adding paper stay to the facing just for it to be thick. So I've gone ahead now to add my paper stay on the facing. Then I'll place the facing on the fabric, the right side facing each other. Then I'll be stitching using half inch at the top part, then I'll turn it inside out. So guys, after stitching, I went ahead to notch the part that I stitched, and then I've gone ahead to weave. You can see that I've weaved the top part, the side, and then the down part of the skirt. I also did the same thing for the back as well. So what I'll be doing next is placing the front and the back together. I'll go ahead now to place them together and then use my pin to hold them together. So I'll go ahead now to pin them down. So guys, please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly do that and let's get right back. So guys, I'm pinning the other side as well. So after pinning, what I'll be doing next is shaping. So I'll go ahead now to shape my dress all the way down. After shaping, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So what I'll do is decide which side to attach the zipper to it. I'll go ahead now to attach the zipper and show us the end results. So guys, this is the end result. As you can see, this is what the skirt looks like on the mannequin. Hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next class. Bye.